So the first part of our class, bigger part, will be my lecturing, and you'll have some examples, but we'll look at it closely and practically with the help of analyzing some of the collocations found in your home task. What is a collocation? It's also called as combinability of words, and it is actually a tendency of certain words to co-occur regularly in a given language. So one and the same word can occur with a certain number of words in a language, and these rules are both fixed and not fixed. And we'll see how the violation and breaking these rules work for creativity and development of the language. First of all, we should look at these collocation matter from two aspects. First, words collocate, and so they appear together based on their denotative meaning. For example, check. Yes, which is also check in Ukrainian can co-occur with such words as bank, pay, right? But it will not come together with the words moon, butter, or playground. And this combinability is inherent. It's within the main meaning of the word. And a second aspect is when collocational patterning is based on tradition or convention, like break rules, but we don't say break regulations. So when two words collocate, the relationship can hold between all or several of their various forms combined in a grammatically acceptable order. It means that here we are talking about words with the same root, but belonging to different word groups, appearing as a verb and or a noun or an adjective. Like in the example below, it's achieving aims, aims having been achieved, achievable aims, or the achievement of an aim. We have here a verb, an adjective, and a noun. And also, if we look at the first example, achieving aims, it may be a gerund or participle one. So on the other hand, it is often the case that words will collocate with other words in some of their forms, but not in others, which also presents some difficulty. Like we bend rules in English, yes, bend rules. It doesn't mean that we break them or violate them, but we just a little bend, a small break of the rules. But unlikely to describe rules as unbendable. So the rules are usually inflexible. There is a certain range of collocations. What does it mean? It means that one and the same word can have a great number of words that go together with it, or small number of words. And it depends on certain criteria I'll mention a bit later. So range here refers to the set of collocates, that is, other words which are typically associated with the word in question. Some words have a much broader collocational range than others. For example, the English verb shrug, for instance, is usually used only with the noun shoulders, to shrug your shoulders, yes, and doesn't have a particularly strong link with any other word in the language. Run, by contrast, has a vast collocational range. Some of its typical collocates are company, business, show, car, stockings, tights, nose, wild, debt, bill, river, course, water, and color, among others. by looking at this list of words, you can see that with many of them, the word run is used in different meanings. So run is a polysemantic word, and appearing with one of the words listed below is means one of the meanings works. So what determines the collocational range of a word? So again, what determines how many other words are used together with this or that word? First of all, the level of specificity. The more general a word, the broader its collocational range, and the more specific, the more restricted its collocational range. Like in the previous example, shrug, where it has quite a specific meaning, and run is of broader meaning. And also the next factor which influences the collocational range is the number of meanings the word has. So most words have several meanings and tend to attract a different set of other words that go together with them. For each meaning of this polysemantic word, a certain range is related. Why is it so difficult to understand and to use correctly, and especially to translate correctly collocations? It's because they're not as steady as we probably would like to have them. So speaking about collocations, we are talking more about typical and not typical use of them, rather than admissible or inadmissible, acceptable or unacceptable. This means that there is no such thing as an impossible collocation. New and unusual collocations, combinations of words, occur frequently, and we do not necessarily dismiss them as unacceptable. Why is it so? The reason for this is that collocational ranges are not fixed. That's what I mentioned in the very beginning. It's not something that we can learn by heart in the textbook and use it as given for the rest of our lives. Words attract new collocates all the time. They do so naturally through processes of analogy, or because speakers create unusual collocations on purpose.